what is the status of animals on Shabbat? Are animals allowed to be moved, allowed to be touched, pets or regular fish in the aquarium? So we'll go through that briefly right now. Halacha explains, Asur tatel be'ema chayav ha'of, lifi she'einam re'uyim l'shimush be'Shabbat. The halacha says that animals, you're not allowed to move any type of animal, bird, any type of species, because there's no purpose for them on Shabbat. V'dinam kedin etzim v'amanim, and they have the same status as, let's say, wood and rocks that we're speaking about right now. Muktzeh Mechamat Gufo. V'afilu of shu poreach agabe hashulchan ve'alu lishbor hakelim. V'yesh v'davar hefsed. Afa piken asur letofso beyadayim mishum muktzeh. Even when there's no issue of tzeda, of trapping, the animal, let's say it's hopping around in your kitchen, you're scared it might break plates, nevertheless it's still not allowed to grab it because of muktzeh. This applies, however, kol be'ema chayav ha'of mutar ledadotam bechatzer. But these types of animals, let's say a type of cattle or different types of these birds, you're allowed to assist them and wobble them, quote unquote, in your courtyard, meaning not in the Rishut Arabim, but in a private domain. Dahainu she'ochez b'tzavaram u'tzadehem u'molicham imhem tzrichim lekach. You're allowed to hold them by their collar and drag them, obviously without causing it pain, but to get it to go from one place to another, that's in a scenario where you have these types of animals in your home. And even though you're touching it a little bit, it's still not a problem of muktzeh, because you're not actually lifting it and carrying it, which is a primary concern when it comes to these animals. But with chicken, the halacha says, with chicken, we don't even aid them and assist them when they're walking. Because the bird, the chicken or the rooster itself can flap its wings a little and it'll raise itself off the ground, and then you'll clearly be seen as you're transporting muktzeh on Shabbat, but you may push them, shove them into if they need to be moved in their hand. That's regarding those types of animals. But now this is a very classic question as well. What about pets? So we spoke about farm animals. What about dogs, cats, fish in an aquarium? What's the halacha here? So Rav Ovadia is very clear. Rav Ovadia writes, "Gam ba'alei chayim hamiyuadim lenoi ve'lesha'ashua asur metiltul." Even animals that are designed or created, if you want to use that word, as a decoration, like pets, are still asur to move. Ve'lachen en tatel dageh noi shebe'aquarium lo tzipei shira tenayzon bekaluv le'anim bekolam lo tukia machake kolot b'nei adam lo kelev sha'ashuim v'kol ka'aseh b'ele. And he lists off all types of different pets, parrots, fish in an aquarium, dogs, whatever type of pet you may have. Rav Ovadia writes, you can't touch, you can't move them move them on Shabbat. Even moving the aquarium or the cage where the bird is in is also a problem, because that it becomes a basis for something that's not allowed. Similarly, you can't really move these animals even for a child to play with. However, if the animal is suffering and there's tzar by the chaim involved, where the sun is shining bright into its cage and it's suffering, in that case, you'd be allowed to move it because you're protecting the animal itself, and we don't have a concept to let the animal suffer, God forbid. Just we can't move them on Shabbat. Now, so how does this apply practically? We see many people have pets. So there's a very famous tshuva by Rav Moshe Feinstein. And in fact, it's not clear what Moshe Feinstein held when it came to pets. There are two tshuvot. There's actually one tshuva, but within that tshuva, it seems like someone amended it afterward and wrote that pets are muktzeh unless they're for as a pet, meaning animals are muktzeh unless they're a pet where people enjoy. And it's not clear who added that amendment in the bottom that it says unless, in the bracket, it's unless they're pets that you play with. It's not clear. There's a long discussion in the Ashkenazi contemporary halakha world if that was himself or if it was one of the editors of the Gufo Moshe added it. But nevertheless, Rav Ovadia is against touching and moving animals, even if they're your pets. Rabbi Chaim also didn't love the idea of moving animals on Shabbat. He believed that there should be muktzeh as well. He, for many years, thought that the Rav Moshe Feinstein held that they're mutar, so he would rely on that Moshe Feinstein to say that, yeah, pets are allowed because he says it. I'm not going to be more strict than the Rav Moshe. But in recent months, we realized that it's not so clear what Rav Moshe Feinstein held, and Rabbi Chaim said, if possible, to avoid handling your pets on Shabbat, that's the best case scenario. Have a wonderful day.